You lose nothing in trying and gain everything in succeeding. What I mean by that is when you try something and say you fail, say you don't succeed at what you were trying to do, you still gain something from that. You still don't lose everything from that. You learn. You have a learning opportunity. If I try my business, if I start my business and I work at it and work at it and work at it, and it really ends up failing and it never ends up, becoming what I thought it to be, or just fails in total, I learn from that. I learned how to stay disciplined. I know what works. I learned what doesn't, right? And you gain everything by succeeding. If you try something and say you do succeed at it, say you do, since we're going to stay with the business thing, say you do actually, become something successful out of it, say you do gain a lot from it, you gain everything, bro. You gain everything. You succeed and you do so well at it. You get the life that you truly wanted. You get everything that you truly wanted because you took a risk and you just tried and you succeeded. And if you don't succeed, it's okay, because that's life, bro. Life's mostly failing and just learning from your failures, learning from your mistakes, and getting better, and eventually all those mistakes, all those little tiny mistakes, lead up to your success. Nobody in life has succeeded without failing. Nobody in life has had some sort of mistakes, some sort of bad times, hard times, or failure in their life and not succeeded. Or there's nobody that has just been tried the first time and got it right. Obviously there has been, but like, there has to be little micro failures. You have to learn in order to succeed. We forget that as humans a lot. We forget that it's okay to fail. A lot of us think failure is complete and utter, like, terrible. It's not. Failure is good in a sense, of learning. And as long as you learn from it, it's not a failure. Your losses aren't losses, they're L's, but they're learning opportunities instead of losses, right? But it's so true. It's so true. Just because you failed at something doesn't mean you can't learn from it. As long as you learn from it, you haven't failed, you won. You gain some knowledge on what not to do and what to do in the future. And then once you apply that, then that's when you start winning. That's when you start winning, bro. And just because you see other people, winning all the time, you have to realize that they had their failures too. They had so many failures too. Yet you just don't see them because the only thing you see is really the success. But you don't see the long hours they put in. You don't see the sleepless nights. You don't see the early mornings that they put in. You just see the finished product, and that's hardly ever the case of what truly happened. It's usually a lot of failures. Like for the gym example, I use the gym on everything. Because it's so true. It's so relative to everything that I talk about. But you have to achieve failure in order to grow. And once you achieve failure, your muscles grow. And that's exactly what life is. That's exactly how life is. Once you fail, you get to grow from that. Once you fail over and over again, you get to get closer and closer to winning. Every failure is a step closer to winning, but as long as you apply that. And you forget that a lot. You forget that it's okay to fail. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to mess up in school because you need to learn how to, learn the right thing. I messed up on a math problem. Oh, okay, how do I do this? You learn how to do it from the teacher, and then you learn how to do it right, so that way you succeed later on, And that's the same with anything. You learn what videos go viral and what videos don't do as well. I learned what style of videos do well, and I learned what type of videos didn't. The effort I put into it correlates to, how well it does. And a big thing is, like, I'm learning every day, like with the thumbnails that I produce. I have to realize that, what is going to make people click, and so I have to say the right things too. I can't just, have amazing thumbnail and have a shit video, right? I have to talk my mind, and I'm just talking my mind, and I'm just learning. I'm just learning just as you are. I'm doing the same things that you are every single day, but I'm failing. I was just looking at all my videos the other day and like the analytics on them, and like one video did like 7 views and no likes. And I'm pretty sure like 3 of the views were probably me, and that's okay. And I realized that, that video, I did certain things that were different, and my thumbnail wasn't as good, and, it kind of just seemed a little off, and, the video didn't do as good because I didn't really put a lot of effort in. I was in my car, and, there's just things like that, and I look at that and I'm like, okay, I'm not like mad about it. I'm not upset about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that video didn't do as well. What can I do to do better? And I look at my video that did well. A video that a lot of you guys probably know me from is, it's going to cost you, your old life is going to cost you your new one, and a lot of you know that from me. That's how a lot of my new subscribers, came to this channel and found me. And I look at that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I did do pretty good in this. I did do this, I did do that. And the thumbnail looked really well as well. And the coloring and, the editing, the way I put into it, I think that's why it did so well. And the title as well. And there's just certain things that I learned from that. But you got to learn from your failures. You have to fail in order just to succeed. And, your failure is not a failure as long as you learn from it. And you lose nothing by trying. As long as you try, you go out and try. That's all that matters, bro. and at least you learned that you're not good at something, or you can do something differently. At least you learned that. But you have to try, and you gain everything from succeeding. Once you try, then you succeed, and it's an amazing thing. So just try a little bit. Go through your life trying, and I promise you, you're gonna make it. And if you don't fail, if you don't succeed right away, it's okay. And if you fail, it's okay. But just keep going. Don't stop. I love you. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay true. Don't forget to stay human. That's the most important part. And as always, you know what I'm going to do is catch you in the next video. Peace.